New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
What would Louise say? Join us every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Hosted by Reverend Martine Bernard. Explore the wisdom of Louise Hay. Brought to you by New Thought Media Network. Dive into Louise's teachings. Experience healing and empowerment. Reverend Martine shares insights. Connect with a contemporary audience. Unlock your potential. Transform your life with love. Embrace positivity and healing. Join our vibrant community. Ready to join us? Let's spread love and wisdom together. Please like, share, and subscribe. Only on New Thought Media Network, positively inspiring.
Hello, 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 my beloveds. Happy last week of the first month of 2026. Oh, I'm so grateful to be here with you. And I want to introduce, to speak about the two wonderful thought influencers and leaders that I will be interviewing who are back. So please just bear with me. I'm so excited today to have Anna Milkic and Christy Dickson here. They are, oh my goodness, just to center. So my guests today are Christy Dickson and Anna Milkic, both longtime leaders, teachers, and stewards of the Heal Your Life legacy. Christy serves as the Chief Operating Officer of Heal Your Life trainings and heart-inspired presentations. And Anna is an absolutely incredible coach and teacher. She's the trainer for the U.S. I am so excited because together in this new year, they will be offering a free 1-hour class in January called Nourish Yourself. And I don't know about you, people are exhausted. Many of us feel like our nervous system is like really anxious. And a beautiful 6-week program beginning on February 12th, designed to help people heal, grow, and thrive from the inside out. Welcome, Anna and Christy. Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. Hello, my beauties. Happy New Year. Happy last week of January. It's still the beginning, even though it feels like, where has it gone? Really?
Yeah.
You guys are glowing from the East Coast. From the West Coast, we had to dig ourselves out.
Yeah, we heard about that.
I know you just heard about it. You lucky folks over there.
I talked to somebody who said it was negative 25 degrees. I've never been in that kind of weather.
Good. You never have to. Good for you. As I have a friend who's a somatic coach, your soma your body temple's ever had to go through that. Wonderful. We're warming our hearts out here.
We are.
Our consciousness, the sun is shining in our consciousness. Oh, my beloveds, it's so great to have you back. Anna, I'd like to start with you. You have these two great offerings. I'd love you to talk about them a little bit more. And also to talk about your roles, like what is, coming. That we've just begun numerologically a 9-year cycle. I was in Anna's vision board class, which was amazing. And she talked about having this little picture of a Greek cafe that she ended up in, and we were all floored. But I digress. But who is this class? Who are these classes for?
That's such a good question because people come and ask, what is, people don't know about it and people who know it. So I would say, first of all, thank you for having us on the show. And I feel like we became regulars. Like once a month, we are here, we love it. We chat
Yes.
energy and such a good way to introduce people to what we do and to heal your life offers. So this program is basically for everyone. Some people never read Louise Hay's books. Some did and did some work, but the program is great because it meets you really where you're at. Some people just hold the book, and if those people who are listening to this now will say, yeah, I have it here, it's next to my bed. Some people have the book, they regularly go and read a book, and there you go. And not only that they read it and they go back to it, but they also have the urge to tell people about it. They need to go and tell their friends about it. They're so excited. There's always something in a book that sparks their mind to inspire them and motivates them. And some people have this book for years, and some people are new to it. As soon as you start talking to them, they go, so program really meets you where you are. Some people heard about affirmations, and some meditate. But a lot of different crowd is drawn to this work. And I see over and over people who come to our trainings, they have completely different backgrounds, from the mental health therapists and practitioners to Reiki practitioners, nurses, all sorts of backgrounds.
All sorts of entrepreneurs. It really
Entrepreneurs.
Teachers, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads,
Exactly.
artists, yoganinis. It doesn't matter.
That's right. We have yoga teachers, we have Pilates teachers who come, and this is amazing because this program is for people who also, when it comes to the training and training and becoming a certified life coach and workshop leader in Louise Hay's philosophy, people who, if people think about adding to their existing practice, or maybe they're coming close to their retirement and they are not sure what's going to happen with their time, after after their retirement, this is something where they go in. So Louise's philosophy really, really meets you where you are and where you need to change.
Wow. As I was sitting here, I suddenly, and Christy, this is for you. I think that many people, as you said, there are 70 million copies sold, maybe close to 90. Dr. Patricia was telling me. So this is touched lives all over the world, globally. But I feel as though the workshops are about walking your talk. I think that affirmations, vision boarding, positive thinking has become very trendy. I think most people talk about it. I think it's it's no longer underground. When Louise was doing it in the 80s and the 90s, it was this you were the weird one that was into it. Now they're like little kids who are like, you need to affirm, you're being negative on the even my little niece was like, that you're not being self-loving. And I was saying something to her a couple of years ago when she was 11. And I said, how do you know that? You're putting yourself down, Auntie Martine. She was in the 4th grade. We're learning that you have to speak positively to yourself. I was like in the 4th grade. So this has crossed over.
It really has. It really has. And, one of the things that I really love about Louise's work is that it is so incredibly accessible. And I will say, even 15 years ago, when I really started in this and started, even then it wasn't as big as it is now, as much a part of the culture. I mean, it's really become a cultural phenomenon in the last few years. And I was a little bit uncomfortable telling people like the work that I was getting into, because they were going to be like, oh, that's so weird. And now it's not weird at all, right? Now we're getting to that point where this has been coming up quite a bit, where they're calling it toxic positivity. And right. And it's like, oh, well, now you're just saying that to say it. And it's like, And I'm like,
Oh
no, no,
my
no,
God.
no. It's so deeply embedded. Now we're getting cynical about it. No,
It's
no, no, no.
becoming
And
politicized. It's like
well,
you're weaponizing affirmations.
right, you're weaponizing good feelings. Okay. The worst weapons in the world.
Wow.
And what I tell people, and this is a speech that I give when I have a chance to get up and talk, is it's the practical application of affirmations. It's really accessible, and you have a choice. It's all a matter of perspective, and it goes back to all the things we've been told. Is it half empty? Is it half full? And if you can think a negative thought, if you can be angry and resentful, you can flip the script on that, and you can find gratitude and positivity. And that's all it is. You're just looking at it from a different way, no matter how bad things are. And sometimes people look at me and they say, well, how can that be? Obviously, you must be living a charmed life. And I can say, well, in the worst moments of my life, what has gotten me through is gratitude and positivity.
Yes.
That's why I'm not still sitting in those worst moments. And what's great about Louise, what makes her so attractive in our busy, crazy lives that we lead, is that she is so incredibly accessible. It's so easy.
Yes.
You don't have to have any money to do it. You don't have to have time to do it. You don't have all the things we hear people complain about. I don't have it. I can't do it. I don't have it. I can't do it. That's does not have to be true.
Wow.
All you got to do is right here and just a little awareness. And
Wow.
you just flip your script. And that's what I love about her.
So what's so interesting when you said I can't do it? I thought about my attending of I can do it, the I can do it conferences. And just that statement, I can do it.
Yeah.
All is well. Everything is working
Yeah.
out for my highest good. So I wanted to thank you for touching on that. Thank you for bringing up the toxic, positivity, just how the spin that,
absolutely.
science of mind that we say the race mind or the collective unconscious or collective consciousness can give to even something good. And it's always another distraction. I think what was so profound in what you said is that this world view is easily accessible. I always think of the beginning of You Can Heal Your Life, the movie. It's free on YouTube, my beautiful ones. You can watch it anytime. But this lady goes down a corridor, a side street, and Louise's voice says, you can begin in a homeless shelter or in a mansion. Like when you said you don't have to have money. This is not, you need to go to 10 retreats. And if you follow this guru or this thought influencer and pay $5,000 to go to that workshop, then you can have peace. I can do it. All is well.
I can do it right here. All is well. It's my favorite. All is well. And it really is. We start to feel that nervous energy,
Yes.
and that it's not well. And it's my favorite. All is well. And it just brings you back down. And I love in the infinity of life where I am.
All is
perfect, whole, and complete. And I've added to it recently, and that is where I live. And that is where I live.
I'm stealing that. I'm borrowing it, and I will give you credit.
It's yours. That's what's so great. It's for everybody, right? Anybody can take it. All is perfect, whole, and complete. Wait, I just got it wrong. But that is where I live.
That is where
I live. That's a choice. That's a choice.
Moment to moment. It's a
moment to moment.
Thank you for addressing how intensely agitated everybody's nervous system is. We are the 21st century kids of technology. It's really hard. My phone is off, but it's really where everybody goes like, turn it off, because it's always dinging. I have an alarm for everything. But we have become addicted to these things, and we're just really used to them. So everyone is getting a little piece of what I call the bad news happening every day. My beautiful ones, it's not to deny what has been happening in these last few weeks, and regardless, and I have to say this, regardless of political affiliation, the loss of lives.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the loss of lives. I mean, we are blessed to be in a country with a constitution, and there's freedom of speech, whether we like what someone is saying or not.
Yeah.
And so the loss of lives has been, heavy on the nation's
Heavy.
heart. So we hold those families and communities in our heart in this moment. And
Yeah.
so everyone is a little bit weary. Everyone is a little bit nervous. Many, many people are scared. So at this time, as we are entering, we still have 11 more months to go. That's a lot of time. As
It
we are
is.
still entering 2026, many people feel fatigue, grief, stress, and emotional depletion that has
Yes.
actually been lasting years. It's been going on for a while. So why is the theme of nourishing yourself so important right now, emotionally, spiritually, and physically? And Anna, I want to start with you.
Yes, because everything that you just said, the one word that comes to me is we're overwhelmed. We are overwhelmed with everything, with those negative affirmations, with positive, with everything that's going on. And people come and say, well, do I have to do it all at once? And people are even overwhelmed when it comes to the programs where to make your life easier. But there's so much to do. When it comes to technology, there is so much to do. And then the January 1st hits, and we want to just forget about that overwhelm from last year and let's start new. But guess what? It just doesn't happen that way. I wish it was, but it's not.
Don't we all wish? Yes.
We all wish that, so we set goals. I'm going to do this. Oh, we're going to put all the decorations, and store it and our clothes. And then we're going to, run and train for the 5K marathon. And I'm going to lose weight. Oh, I'm going to eat. I'm going to drink smoothie every morning. We all have those, small and big ideas and resolutions of how our life is. I'm going to go on dates once a week with my husband. Oh, with my daughter, we got to have a date once with my husband. It's just, and then on
Exhausting.
We are already exhausting from
Christmas
everything that happened.
Hanukkah and everything else.
Everything just ended, and we are just adding to the already full cup. And I really believe that the new year starts in spring, when everything blossoms. We are not equipped to survive the weather that's going on in the East right now and be, woo, let's go to the gym. Let's do this. Let's set those
all I want to do is sleep. My girlfriend and I said, why are we not at the gym? I said, it's winter. Can we give ourselves a break? We're supposed to be hibernating.
That's right. It is in our nature. It's in our DNA. Slow down. So January, as we were talking about what's going to be our topic, and Christy mentioned this, she's like, I just want to take a hot soup and a blanket and nourish myself. And that's how we all feel. And I was instantly, yes, that's what we're doing. Because nourishing ourselves really gives us, allowing us, the idea of nourishment allows us to slow down. You're not going to lose anything. You're still going to make it where you're heading. It's completely fine. But let's use Louise's philosophy in the nourishment, because she says, you've been criticizing yourself for years now. Try approving and loving of yourself and see what happens. So I would add to that, you've been overwhelmed and exhausting this whole time. Try slowing it down so that you can really charge your batteries and start fresh. I'm not saying you're not supposed to have your goals and dreams, and I have done vision board with you guys, but you're allowed to dream, but start slowly. See where you're at, feel the pace that you feel, not what someone else told you and everyone else. I feel, that thing when you're like walking and you see some people run next to you and you start running, you don't even look back to see what's going on. I feel like all people are doing that in January, like, let me get there.
I need to be hip. I need to be, part of the, I can't just be sitting here. Everybody's setting all these goals. I have to join in. And it's actually become stressful.
Yeah,
Well,
because
that's
even
what's so
meditation,
incredible.
Martine, even I have to meditate. I have to
Mhm.
breathe. It's
Yes.
beautiful when you allow yourself space to meditate
Yes.
and
Oh,
breathe. It's
It's
wonderful when you slow down so that meditation hits home.
oh my goodness. So what you're saying, Anna, which is so profound for me, is about that this time of year is about planting seeds.
Yes.
And a seed is really small.
Mm.
It's really small, but it's concentrated and it can bloom into a gigantic oat tree or a sunflower or roses, whatever you plant. But it's
Mm.
concentrated energy. It's a small offering to the universe. So, what you're saying about the workshop is what are some of the seeds that we can plant that we can begin to kind of nourish ourselves lovingly so that we can have blooms and they're little sprouts in the spring. It's not a
Mhm.
full blown shrub.
Mm.
It's a little sprout, but what are we planting? And it reminds me, I've had many, many friends when I've said Happy New Year, because I just celebrate every holiday, especially after what I experienced. I'm like, everything's incredible. And many friends were like, well, I celebrate the spring solstice, and I said, okay. And then I remembered from my Latin classes, Greek history, the god Janus. So the Gregorian calendar and the Western canon is based on the New Year on the god Janus, the two-faced god, one that looks back.
mhm.
There's a face that looks back and there's a face that looks forward. And the whole principle is, are you going to just look back and stay stuck? Or are you going to move forward and plant the intentions? It's not really about actions. It's about
Mhm.
letting things grow in the dark,
Mm.
in the womb, in the womb, planting that seed. So January, this time is about nourishing ourselves, turning
Yes.
to the word, and really looking at what do we want to plant that will bloom in the coming future. Whether
Mhm.
it's this year, whether it's the 9-year cycle. I mean, there are things that you begin that will bloom 2 years from now or
Mm.
6 months from now.
That's right.
We don't, the universe is in charge of the time frame,
Yes.
and so thank you for reminding us of these seedlings that Louise says. If you've been criticizing yourself like crazy, do you think just saying 1 or 10 affirmations is going to change that? Begin
Mm.
small, begin in small, concentrated ways. And before you know it, things will change. For example, I have a little a leak in my tub. So the plumber's coming, and so I've put a little bowl to kind of hold the water. And this little drip. When I wake up, first my little bowl or whatever is empty, and when I get up the next morning, it is full. And I go, it's a little drip. I'm amazed, and of course I knew this intellectually, but seeing it, every little drip makes a difference.
Mm.
Every little affirmation, every positive intention, every
Mhm.
act of gentleness
Everyone.
and nourishing ourselves makes a difference. So, when will this wonderful workshop be held? What is the date and the time? Chris,
So it starts February 12th.
Oh, no. It's
And
nourishment.
it's nourishment.
It's in 2 days.
oh,
It's in
are we
two
talking
days.
about the webinar? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
I thought
about a
we were
webinar.
talking about the Heal Your Life journey.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So we'll be holding a webinar completely free where we're just talking about nourishing yourself. And that is this Thursday. And it will start at 10 a.m.
Mhm.
And we're just going to give you some tips on nourishing yourself. And I want to tell you, I had a big breakthrough yesterday. And just huge. And it was during a small moment. And I've really been on this path of nourishment, of not pushing, right? Letting the universe show up, but planting the seeds. So a long time now, I'd say a decade, I've been working on body image. And I've been doing that start of the year. This is the year. And I don't know, a couple years ago or so, I had read something about looking at your pictures and not feeling joy because you're, you know, you're looking at every bit of yourself and judging yourself. And so you don't feel joy for the moment. And there's a reason you took the picture. So you'd feel joy. And I have this very one specific picture in mind where my mom and I had gone to a concert and we're standing there. We look so happy, but I don't look like I imagined myself to look in the dress I'm wearing. And I was like ashamed to look at it. Right. So I started really practicing remembering the joy and looking at that picture. And I started practicing seeing myself. And I can tell you, every time I'd go to the gym and I'd see myself in the mirror, it would be judgment. So yesterday I go to my first ever Pilates class with a reformer. And it was nourishment. It wasn't because I started with this big thing. It was because it looked fun. And I really wanted to do it. And I came up, if you've ever been on one of these things, you pull and you can pull up, and I pull up right up into the mirror. I pull up straight up to the mirror, and there's my arms, which is what I don't like in that picture. And I just automatically felt joy in looking at myself.
Wow.
It was huge. And I planted those seeds years ago. And I kept being aware. And that's all it is. That's all it is. And that was nourishment for myself. And I was like, I couldn't even find a criticism. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I can't believe this happened. It was beautiful and amazing. And the joy I felt. And nothing about me has changed. It's here and here. And that's what Anna and I are going to talk about. We're going to talk about how you plant those seeds and how you let them grow. You don't go out there and say, when you plant a seed, you don't go out there and look at the sun and say, hey, I need you to point right here. Hello, sun. Hello. We don't do that.
We don't,
right? We expect the sun to come.
Exactly.
Right. I was working with my daughter last night on a science project where she's having to write everything down about photosynthesis, and she had to create a picture and diagram and arrows. And it's amazing what we take for granted. Just the idea that a leaf creates sugar that it brings back to the plant that then becomes carbon dioxide for us.
Yes.
Right? Or oxygen. It's oxygen, and then we breathe out the carbon dioxide, and that comes back to the plant. And we accept it. Why can't we accept that about ourselves?
It's so important that we are so precious, but it's that little drip, and it's that conscious exercise. I remember when The Secret came out, and everybody was watching it. And it was about, if you focus on something, you'll get it. And the law of attraction. And there's so much truth to that. But I remember Louise made her movie about a year or 6 months later, or she went on Oprah, and she was saying, but you have to do the work. You have to do the inner work so that you can have these permanent inner changes, because you could focus on that one thing and attract it. But then you're like, I'm not worthy of this other thing. And that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
The inner work that brings about the shifts. Yes, we can attract. And that's wonderful. If we concentrate enough. The physical manifestations of good in life. But then there's also the consciousness shifting. Yes. Louise Works offers comfort and permission to slow down. Thank you, Dr. Patricia. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I love it when I'm meeting with Dr. Patricia. She'll go, Martine, breathe, because I'll be like, I'm coming. I'm still putting on my lipstick. And she goes, breathe. And it's so loving. There's no judgment there. Breathe. And I go, and I become present to this moment.
Yes. You can see that connection between how Louise used to talk and Dr. Patricia created.
Yes.
Like, the two voices that put me in instantly.
Exactly.
So can I just say, in addition to this nourishment, a webinar that we have that we started, where Christy was starting to talk about, is the Heal Your Life journey And it is a 6-week course that's coming February 12th, and it's just amazing. And you just inspired me when you said this about Secret and Louise's work. And it's
Yes.
so true, because when you say Louise Hay, people think affirmation. Oh, I know she does affirmations. But Heal Your Life work is so deep.
It's so much more.
Because it's so much more. And it's many layers.
Yes.
It's those small, manageable shifts that you learn. And Christy loves to say it's a toolbox that you provide to people, and then they put all the tools inside. It's forgiveness. It's loving, it's writing a love letter. It is negative messages shift. It is letting go. It is allowing. It is mirror work. No wonder, Christy, you had that epiphany in front of the mirror, because that's where we meet ourselves.
That's where we,
At ourselves.
Yes.
You can't, as you said, you can't just affirm. I mean, affirmations work miracle when you do the work, when you go deep and really discover, what is this belief about? Why do I believe in this? What do I think I deserve things? Do I have someone to forgive? Because I'm affirming, but it's not happening. So where's the disconnect? And this Heal Your Life journey, it's a 6-week journey where people have the online platform where they go and do the work in the class. They do it on their own, and we meet once a week for 6 weeks. We meet every Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time to 11:30, and we go through that week's lesson as a group. And we cover desirability, mind-body connection, loving relationships, boundaries, prosperity. And it's just amazing, because we touch everything, and many tools that Louise was teaching are going to be in there. And it covers, again, who is it for? It's for everyone. It's for already trained Heal Your Life teachers and coaches, and it's for someone who's never even read a book.
Yeah.
So accessible.
You could be here on your journey, or you could be here on your journey. And this is still going to be a great workshop for you. And you're going to get the joy of working with others. One of my favorite parts of the training that we do is when we all come together and we have to go and pick somebody we think is completely different from us.
Yes.
And then we sit down and we look at all the things we're shoulding and we're coulding and we're doing all this stuff, right? And we realize that we are not different. As different as it appears on the outside, we're not different. And so we get the joy of coming together from all over and realizing, like, oh, we're all working on this. We're all on a journey. I was listening to Louise this morning, and she said, I'm 80 years old. I was listening to an older she's passed now, but at that time she was 80. And she was saying, and I'm still on my journey. It doesn't end. And she took up painting right around that time. She turned out to be a fantastic painter. We're going through it. And Anna and I are just, when we talk, our joy, our enthusiasm, our excitement, we just want to help others get to that place where they drop that cynicism. They realize that toolbox is available to them at all times, and that they can reach in and grab these tools, because the affirmations are wonderful.
Yes.
But you need the self-awareness to be able to go into your toolbox and say, right now, what I need is I need to go and talk to myself in the mirror. So you've got this. Right now, what I need is I need gratitude. Okay, I'm doing gratitude right now. Oh my gosh, I need to forgive my husband. Really need to work on that right now, right?
Yes.
And we need to know. And that's what Anna and I are going to be doing. We are going to be helping you get those very accessible tools and get them in your toolbox, and creating that awareness so that it's always available to you.
This is so phenomenal, because this is the inner work. This is, I would say, let's maybe set the intention at the beginning of this year to look at our limiting beliefs and the things that are holding us back from having the joy-filled life that we desire. That could be the work. I'm going to start, instead of running around unconsciously and not realizing, oh, I have a limiting belief that I have to work hard to attract prosperity in my life? These are the things, beautiful ones, that we will be able to look at in this class. So we're
Yes.
looking at the things that hold us back, and then you can plant the seed in one area of life. You can go, okay, in this area of life, I'm clear, and I'm going to plant the seed. So we are going to take a little break. And I'm Reverend Martine, the host of What Would Louise Say on the New Thought Media Network.
New Thought Media Network is excited to present Divine Science Everywhere, Fridays at 2 p.m. Mountain Time and 4 p.m. Eastern. Come explore a modern experience of divine science. With Reverend Joy Fletcher, Reverend Jeff Radcliffe, and Bishop Durrell Watkins. Join us as we open our eyes to divine science everywhere we look. Fridays on New Thought Media Network.
Come expand your spiritual journey. Join us for Just the Talk. Sundays, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Experience Unity Kitchener and Ottawa. Center for Spiritual Living Midtown. Center for Spiritual Living Denver. Unity of Garden Park. New Thought Philadelphia. The Sunshine Cathedral. Unity of Savannah. And the Ohm Center for Spiritual Living. Come unleash your spiritual potential with New Thought Media Network.
What Would Louise Say? Join us every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Hosted by Reverend Martine Bernard. Explore the wisdom of Louise Hay. Brought to you by New Thought Media Network. Dive into Louise's teachings. Experience healing and empowerment. Reverend Martine shares insights. Connect with a contemporary audience. Unlock your potential. Transform your life with love. Embrace positivity and healing. Join our vibrant community. Ready to join us? Let's spread love and wisdom together. Please like, share, and subscribe. Only on New Thought Media Network, positively inspiring.
We are back. We are back, beautiful ones. And I'm so excited to have Anna Milkic and Christy Dickson, who are basically moving forward the legacy of the Heal Your Life philosophy in the U.S. Yay! They're the Louise Hay big wigs with big hearts and just beautiful faces and positive energy. So they're offering the nourishment class webinar on the 29th. At what time, Anna? 10 o'clock?
It is 10 a.m. Pacific time.
So that
nourish yourself with Louise Hay philosophy. Yes.
One East Coast time, and that would be noon Central time. So please join the offering. And then around Valentine's Day, I think it's so, fitting because the foundation of the worldview is love yourself, that it's essential to love yourself. And that's starting on February 12th. It's a 6-week program every Thursday at 10
a.m. Pacific Standard.
Wonderful. So that's like 1 to 2:30, 3 o'clock East Coast, and 12 noon Central.
Yes, and I also want to add that people can sign up with early bird registration for that one until February 1st. So you still have a couple of days to get a really good price for a 6-week.
Wonderful, wonderful. I know we've touched on it, but I kind of want to hone in. People are feeling burnt out. Parents, caregivers, nurses, doctors, counselors, life has sped up. We are modern Western humans. Wherever you live, we're attached to multiple gadgets. You got an email, you got a ding, you got an IG, you got a DM, sometimes I'm like, stop. You have an email, you got a WhatsApp, and you have all the information of the world at your fingertips, like hitting your nervous system at any second. I had to even breathe from all of that.
Yes.
And so there are people who are going to say, okay, you guys, this is all woo woo, really positive, but how can I make this applicable right now in my life? And what would Louise say about this world that we're living in and all of the tensions that have like shown themselves in the last few weeks? And just please hold that question in your mind. But I'm thinking about Man's Search for Meaning. Oh, the wonderful psychologist who was in the, now his name escapes me, that was in the concentration camps during the Holocaust, and how he found a way, even in the midst of just a horrible circumstance, to find joy. So, starting with Christy, Anna, what would you say about burnout? Because you've both been there in your own journey to heal your life in the philosophy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes, we've
you
been there.
experienced this, yes.
Yes.
Talk about
Yes.
I know when we show up, people say, well, have you always been like that? Oh, it's easy for you to say that. Well, some people, when I go back to Serbia, I have a friend who says, Louise, and she talks to me like, Louise, don't talk about that right now. I'm like, okay. So, Louise taught us that the only part of the world that we can change is ourselves. And that's so true, because once we find that peace and love inside of us, it's easier to look, because we have our lenses, right? And we have our filters, and we look through those. So I can be angry inside. And and Dr. Wayne used to say this: when you squeeze the orange, what kind of juice do you have? You have the orange juice because that's what's inside the orange, right? You can't have a watermelon coming out. You can't have lemon. So what are you projecting is what you find inside. So for people who say this is ooh, aha, it is in a way, everything is. But as I said, there's two ways to look at the things. Everything happens to me for a reason, and why? What is this teaching me, or why is this happening to me?
Right.
And even saying it, why is this happening to me, versus what's going on here? What is this trying to tell me? I'm noticing, I'm aware that something is going on in my life. And what I do, what I can change how I see things. And planting those seeds actually does come from learning. And I taught in my vision board about this. Just for now, for a second, touch your body, feel your body. Remember that you're here in this moment. They say, I love you. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
We give that to ourselves, and everyone who tries it, even once, just to be here, to be present, and to feel that love. It's easy to say, well, that doesn't work for me. I had a client who says affirmations don't work for me. I'm like, okay, let's go back and relearn how to use them, because it's also believed that they don't work for you. Everything comes from the belief. So my idea of spreading, and I'm so honored to be in a role of the US trainer, my idea is to present this work to people as a lifestyle. I want to see people having tools of the Heal Your Life program and Louise's methodology as a lifestyle. It's not something that you do once. You fix yourself and now you're fixed and you go and live.
A lifestyle.
Beautiful.
Because
Beautiful.
life happens.
Life happens.
20 years ago when I read a book, I was in Serbia under the bombs. Then 5 years later,
That's
when I read
exactly
it again,
what I was going to say.
I was in the States, and then 5 years later when I read it, I was going through divorce. So that book and the philosophy met me at different stages of my life, and I read it from completely different point of view and the different need and pain I had to heal. So healing is the process, and life happens to us. We change, we move, we get in the relationship, we get out of the relationship, we got in the job, we have a toxic boss, we have things that are going on, and we need that philosophy as a lifestyle.
Yes.
One time,
Yes.
right? It's
Yes.
right there. It's
Lifestyle.
right there to remind you that it is a lifestyle. So my idea is to have as many people learn small, manageable shifts. For someone that's going to be just reflection. It's going to be the affirmation. It's going to be journaling. It's going to be meditation, maybe forgiveness, maybe just breathing.
Just breathing.
And wherever you are, it meets you. It makes a small shift. And once you open that window, you crack that window open and you know how to breathe. Now you want to see what else is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you learn to meditate. So now you say, oh, well, through meditation, I just learned that I have to forgive. So let me go and forgive. That's why it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be one step at a time. And that's why I love the course that's coming, the Heal Your Life Journey, because it's 6 weeks. So people really have time to go through the topic for a week, learn it on their own, go through exercises. I like to say dig deep and see, what needs to be healed, what doesn't serve any longer. Come share with a group, get support, and go to the next lesson.
Amen. And beloveds, did you just hear what Anna said? When I read the book and there were bombs dropping, I mean, Anna was actually in experiencing, looking at her consciousness while living through a war. Correct, Anna?
Yep.
You've shared your story with us, but just a little. That is incredible. So if that's not a testimony of how this work can change your life, we always say, well, how does it apply if you were really good, if you were in prison, if you were going, well, Anna actually lived this and applied these tools and radically changed her life for the better.
That's right. And I still remember I have those images in front of me where we run, where we go and hide in the basement, the loud sounds of the airplanes and bombs, and you don't know what's going to happen if you're going to leave the next moment. And I still have that with me, but I healed that part of me. I did so much forgiveness. I did so much love. And the most of what I gave to myself with this philosophy is allowing myself to step out of that identity and create, as long as it is part of me, but it's not who I am. It doesn't define me. And Louise's philosophy provided this for me. At the end of the day, we all want to be loved, heard, and seen. And this is, this is what I've been through, and this is what I'm giving to my clients, to my groups, to people who are listening to this.
So don't walk, run, and sign up for these classes, beautiful ones, for these offerings. You're dealing with master teachers. And Christy, what can you add to this feeling of burned out? I've heard you guys, these affirmations, it's all woo-woo. It's not going to help me at all.
Yeah, and I've heard it from, like Anna said, from friends, people I love and respect who are very successful in other ways, and they come at you with this cynicism. Well, what is this? This is I'm just going to be happy all the time. Well, no, that's not what this is. This is not, and I love, there are so many great stories. Anna tells a story about having a piece of chocolate when she was, like hiding from bombs and like hiding in shelters and doing that kind of thing. And in that moment as a child, when you get that piece of chocolate, you're not saying, oh, I wish I just had more chocolate because I have to share it now with everybody. Right? I mean, I guess that's a response. But the response really is, oh, I'm so grateful for this little piece of chocolate. So then you say, okay, well, I'm not in that kind of extreme situation. I am in the situation where I have to be up at 5 a.m. I have to get my kids ready. I have to do lunch. I have to go to work. My work wants all of this. Then I have to go home. And now my home wants all of this. And I feel like I have 7 different jobs. And then I'm looking at the news and life is crashing down on me. And I do not see how this can help me. And in fact, what you're asking for from me is another hour and a half out of my day.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And we hear you. We hear you. But I am telling you, there are ways so it doesn't feel like this.
Yes.
Right? And you get that choice. That's what you were given in this life. You get the choice. So you can choose to spend an hour and a half scrolling. Because if you look at your weekly report, it'll send it to you. How much time have you spent scrolling? Or you can choose to spend an hour and a half learning better tools so that when all of that is coming down on you. So like last night when I'm in the middle of doing this homework with my daughter and I'm trying to get something nutritious and dinner on the table, and then both my son and my husband step in dog vomit in two different places. Right? And I'm just like,
I slid on cat vomit the other day and almost broke my neck. So I understand.
so much fun. Such a good time in that moment. But a few minutes later, and my son, who's 20, comes to tell us at the same time that my husband is now cleaning up the dog vomit in another spot. And he's like, well, I just wanted to let you know. And my husband's like, well, go clean it up. You're 20 years old. Go clean it up. And he's looking, my son now is looking at me and I'm like, I'm doing your sister's homework with her. Like, go clean it up. And, 20 minutes later, my husband and I are now on the couch and I looked at him and instead of saying, oh my God, I'm so tired. Why did all of that have to happen? I looked at him and I said, oh my goodness, thank you. Because in that moment where I'm trying to deal with everything, I would have forgotten to say, go clean that up. I'd have said, I'll get there when I get a chance. And I'm so grateful you said to him, that's living the work.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We have a choice between resentment and gratitude. And I see those two things as being, the opposites of each other. They're the two sides of the same coin.
That is the choice every day. Christy, thank you.
Every day.
Is the choice. And that's inner work.
And that's inner work.
Inner work.
And it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, or what your circumstances are.
Yes.
It's always available to you because your soul is always available to you.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All is well, and everything is working out for your highest good, and you are safe. So my beloveds, my beautiful ones, nourishing yourself. I'm probably messing up the title. The 29th in 2 days, the 29th. And 10.
This one's totally free. I just want to say that again. And Anna and I are going to be doing these regularly, where they're just we just want to get out there and give people the hope, encouragement, joy.
Yes, yes, yes. So we will be having Anna and Christy back because they will be talking about this is my ding ding, like the inner ding, like Louise says, on different topics. We're going to address love. We're going to address fear. We're going to address forgiveness, prosperity. We're going to do this monthly because I think this will be our coaching, our monthly coaching for the world. A free offering because things are really interesting right now on the planet. So we're here, the New Thought Media Network, we're here to support you. So my beloveds, very quickly, 3 things or one thing that people can do right now to feel better in this moment, in this new year.
Should I start?
Yes, yes, Anna.
They can go and hug themselves. Really.
Yes.
They can go and give themselves a love that they need and stay in that hug. Because how often we do it and we're just not comfortable and I don't know what to do with it. Yes. Stay in it and say to yourself, I'm so proud of you. I love you and you're doing amazing and you're doing the best you can. And I love you. I love you and support you and I'm here for you. And I'm here for you. And that's the best affirmation. And thank you for being you. And thank you for doing the hard work. And thank you for everything you're doing. So really feeling your body as being in the present moment.
Yes.
Because once you feel your body and do this, there's no yesterday, there's no overwhelm from tomorrow. There's nothing on your plate that needs to be done. It's just you with yourself in that hug. Hold yourself and know that everything that you need comes to you.
Oh,
everything you need comes to you.
I needed that. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I needed that. And Christy, what would you like to share that one nugget?
One nugget, I truly believe comes down to gratitude. And it has become a sort of just a saying, like I've got my gratitude journal and la, 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 la. But it really is a big deal when you can look around and be grateful, especially if you're feeling fear, chaos, overwhelm.
Yes.
If you can just stop for 1 second. I've been putting out on our Instagram channel 1 minute meditations that are simply the treatments from You Can Heal Your Life.
Oh,
And so we're doing a series on that too, a 1 minute meditation. Look around and
yes.
feel your gratitude. It takes all of 20 seconds. And you're going to get to a bunch of gratitude if you give yourself 20 seconds,
Yes.
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
it changes your nervous system. When you
That's
say, I'm so grateful, you remember to tell our son to go clean up the dog vomit.
So Wayne said, old-fashioned hippie hugs. That's right. I
Oh,
love the
yes.
old-fashioned hippie hugs. That's right. They really make you feel good.
They
Oh my
do.
goodness.
They
They
do,
Yeah.
and they bring you in the
Mhm.
present moment. That's amazing because
Yes.
everything we have is just right here,
right
right now.
now.
That
And the
coming back to your
1 minute
present.
gratitude. Yes.
Yeah.
20 seconds grateful. 1 minute meditations. 1 minute. Everyone can do it. And
Just
hugging
1 minute.
yourself. Hippie hugs,
Yeah.
self-love hugs, call it what you
Yes.
will. Definitely. So, my beloveds, we will have Anna and Christy back regularly, monthly, bi-monthly, and we will be talking about a theme in the Louise Hay philosophy because I need a reboot. I think we all need a reboot. I
We
mean,
all need it.
all
We
need
all
the reboot.
do. Yes. Yes. And,
Yeah.
Reverend Martine is actually going to be joining us on our 6-week journey. And we're so excited to have her
I'm so
because we
excited.
all need it.
I need a
Yeah.
reboot. I need a reminder.
Yes.
Yes.
Self-love, and I love Louise, and to just swim in the Louise vibe. We will be swimming
Yes.
in the Louise vibe, beloveds. Oh, Anna, Christy, thank you for being back. These are our U.S. trainers. They're holding and they're moving the legacy of Louise's worldview forward. And I'm so excited. Like Anna and Christy said, this is a lifestyle. This is
Yeah.
going to be a lifestyle global movement. It already is, but it's even going to be even broader and more powerful. Thank you, my beauties, for being
Thank you
with
so
us
much.
today.
Thank you
Happy New
so much,
Year.
Martine, for having us. And thank you, everybody, for listening. We
Yes.
truly are grateful.
We are very
Mwah.
grateful. Mwah. Kisses. I am Reverend Martine Bernard, host of What Would Louise Say on the New Thought Media Network.